Arise, Tarnished. Seeketh thy throne, and take thine place as Elden Lord. Welcome, everyone, finally, to my highly anticipated, eagerly awaited playthrough of Hidetaka Miyazaki's Elden Ring. But just a little bit of background exposition before we set off into the glorious golden ethereal bounds of the unknown. I did not get to play Elden Ring upon its initial release, granted that I didn't have a PlayStation 5 at the time, so I have no knowledge of how the game was. So that being said, this is going to be the unpatched version, in the hopes that I can truly experience the game as it was when it first launched. True to my word, this is not blind. I've played through the entirety of Elden Ring legitimately one time, one character, one run. I fought as many bosses and did as much exploration as I could. That being said, I haven't played the game whatsoever, looked at any gameplay, or had anything to do with the game, period. In fact, it's been uninstalled from my console for the past year and a half to nearly 2 years, in the hopes that I would forget the vast majority of the game's content. Navigation, checkpoint locations, enemy movesets, bosses, where to find weapons and upgrades, literally to the very extent of my will, in preparation for the upcoming Shadow of the Erdtree expansion. Welcome to my pilgrimage through the grim and gray lands between, as we embark on our pilgrimage to take on Elden Ring. Welcome to Elden Ring. This is gonna be one hell of a big dick adventure. This is gonna be big macho shit. You're not getting my money, Sony. Fuck off. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. So we have to pick a class. So I don't know what the best class to pick is, and honestly, they're all probably pretty dog shit. I usually just pick the one that looks like... This guy looks like he got beat in a bar fight a little bit. This guy looks kind of like a witcher. And these people look like they have no idea what the fuck they're doing in the lands between at all. These guys look like they came from Sekiro land. These guys look like they came from Demon Souls land. And I don't know what the fuck these dudes are. I kind of want to go hero a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to go hero, actually. Let's go hero. Fuck it. Oh, no, we're not doing a man. No. We're doing a hero. We're just not doing a male hero. I'm hoping... Although, honestly, because I deleted the game, I think I'm not going to have my pre-built. So, let's see. What can we do here? I'm trying to think of something comedic. What could I do? Yeah, Freya's a good name for a warrior. Let's do Freya. That actually makes sense. That actually, honestly, kind of makes sense. Yeah, we're going to be a hero. So, I don't know what any of these do. A medallion inlaid with crimson amber increases max HP, the gold grace shining in the eyes of the people of the lands between, used to gain many runes, which is probably like 3, come on, it's the beginning of the game. A golden seed washed ashore from the lands between, said to enhance sacred flasks. Fanged imp ashes, cracked pot, stone sword key. Boiled prawn, Shabriri's woe. What is this? The crazed likeness of a noble whose eyes have been gouged out. Why is that a present? Like, imagine you're fucking, like, Christmas morning and your family member wakes up and instead of getting pairs of socks or clothes or something, they're like, yeah, we're bringing you the gouged eyes of a prophet or something. Okay, let's go golden seed. Detailed appearance. Can I do that? Can I load favorite? Oh, nice. I do have my waifu. Nice. Cool. I made a very, very weird elven-looking fucking... goth bitch. So that's what we're rolling with. Fuck it. We're a goth gremlin warrior bitch. I'm going to sleep and lurking for a bit. Have fun with your return to Elden Ring. Thanks, bro. Thank you, brother. Guys, if you're not following Asaye, I tuned into him playing DS2 for the first time, and I don't think I've had much fun in a stream apart from that. It's just seeing somebody play through Dark Souls 2 for the first time is just fucking, it's an experience.
was nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the Shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask, Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
So, a couple things about that intro. I did not know that all the former bearers or whatever were Queen Marika's kids, like her offspring. I don't know if we're dead and we just came back to life. I have no idea. I don't know if we were revived by the Golden Grace or whatever. Like, I don't know how the fuck this shit works because it's a Dark Souls game. Why is triangle confirmed? That's so fucking weird. It's gonna take me forever to get used to this control scheme again. I remember it being a little bit different, but this is gonna be, like, really bad for a while. Not that I have any renown. I'm much like this Tarnished. I have, like, absolutely no grace. I'm surprised I didn't fall off the first fucking cliff. So, I haven't played this game in forever. That's number one. Number two, I have no idea where anything is. I don't remember shit, like, at all. So I have no idea what the plot of this game is. So as I progress through it, I'm going to want to take a look at item descriptions. I'm going to want to try and understand the story and understand the lore. So, oh, that's, okay, let's use item, hold on. Do we have any items? Because I remember there's a big scary thing that comes down. I should probably be reading those, but I'm not going to, and I know I'm not going to because I'm fucking stupid. How do I attack things? Oh yeah, that's right, it's R1 and R2. I'm so used to Neo and shit like that. Come on, bitch, bring it on. I'll fuck you up. It screamed at me. Come on, pansy. Damn, he's really bad at this game. I'm really bad at this game. Damn. That was like one-hit clap material. Holy fuck. He screamed and it took out like half my HP. Although, honestly, I feel like I did pretty good there. I don't feel too bad about that. I do think a little bit of greed and stamina mismanagement got me fucked right there, though. Well, I mean, to be fair, he has like 6 arms compared to my 2. Like, the first couple bosses you fight in this game, everybody has infinitely more appendages than you do. Like, do the arithmetic. He has fucking 3 times the amount of arms I have. Come on. Everybody gets grafted DLC. It's not fair. They're all pay to win. It's bullshit. They have more arms. I don't have that many hands. I can't hold that many weapons. He has a shield and a sword at the same time. And he's able to stab me, but he's not using a spear. It's bullshit. I don't have any carrots, horsey. I just got my ass kicked by the tutorial boss. I don't have any carrots for you, dude.
Don't worry, Torin.
Gimpy and Ofnir is going to be an amazing name for a character, I guess. Unless you get offed while playing as Gimpy and Ofnir, and then you're fucked. Imagine getting offed as Sir Ofnir. Brutal. Nice tights. Are those tights? Please tell me they're tights. They're leather boots, aren't they? She's like, they're a hand-me-down from my dead brother. Of course they are. You're a Dark Souls protagonist. You have to have a long and weary backstory. And a ill-omened fate. They all have those. It's fine. It's a totally common thing here. That's why everybody chooses to help you, because they know they're damned either way. And they're like, alright, whatever, fuck it, YOLO. She's a wannabe Assassin's Creed protag? Yeah, that's pretty good. She has kind of one of those hidden wrist blades, like Ezio Auditore, kind of. She goes and murders, like, high-ranking officials and shit like that, like people that lead villages and towns. Surprised Ubisoft didn't try to fucking sue FromSoft for fucking stealing their shit. She just murders the Pope, yeah. Maybe that's why we're here. Flask of Crimson Tears. I'm not jumping in excitement, I just can't remember what buttons to press. Cave of Knowledge. Jump down the hole ahead and you will find the Cave of Knowledge. There you can learn more about game controls and basic actions, as well as other tips that may be helpful during your adventures in the lands between. See, I remember when I watched Darkside Phil play this, after I had played through the game myself, and he's like, oh, we don't need the tutorial, we'll just go out in the world, and then he died to the first enemy like 55 times, and it was fucking hilarious. So, speaking of knowledge, I was gonna say, I gotta figure out what side we have to drop, otherwise I'm gonna plummet to my death and break my legs, and that's not gonna be very good. How is fall damage in Elden Ring? I don't remember. I remember it being kinda lenient. Yeah, it's a little bit more lenient. That would have been like literally half your health bar in Dark Souls 1. Not even kidding. Sites of Grace. Resting at a Site of Grace will restore your HP, FP, and cleanse any status ailments. It will also refill your sacred flasks. However, most of the enemies you've defeated will be revived. You can find Sites of Grace by going anywhere where light converges. These explanations are acquired in the form of info items and can be accessed from the inventory at any time. Okay, so let's rest at our Site of Grace. I'm not trying to smell the thing. I don't want to... I mean, I'm sure it smells like bath salts and like Everclear, if I had to guess. With the map menu, you can check your current position and terrain and buildings in the surrounding area. Sorry, I had a hiccup then. You can also freely place beacons of light to serve as landmarks as you explore. Lastly, through your map, you can select any Site of Grace that you've discovered and travel there instantaneously. However, there are some dungeons and other areas where you're absolutely fucked without a paddle. And if you have 2 fucking healing flasks, you're basically screwed. Welcome to Elden Ring. So, basically, that's map button. Okay, I gotta figure this out. Okay. With the inventory menu, you can browse the items you're carrying, drop them on the ground, or throw them away. You can also use tools from the inventory menu. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I probably shouldn't say blah, 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 blah to a Souls game, because I'm gonna fucking not know how to do any of this shit. That's sort. Okay. Switch view. That's not what I want. Switch display. This is what I want. A sacred flask modeled after a golden holy chalice that was once graced by a tear of blessing. Filled with crimson tears, this flask restores HP with use. Rest at a Site of Grace to replenish it. The one washed up on the gravesite was sure to die until this flask offered its gift of rejuvenation, to seek the Elden Ring. Pretty much the same thing, just with FP instead. The memory of First Grace, which once guided bygone Tarnished to the lands between. Lose all runes and return to the last Site of Grace visited. It is merely a cycle. Stand before the Elden Ring, become the Elden Lord. Item for online play. Used to write messages, blah 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 blah. Finger of corpse wax, so emaciated the bone is visible. It is a relic of those who came before, left to help those who would come after. Smells like peasant's piss and melting flesh with a hint of rosemary and vanilla. Yeah, something like that. I mean, like, if you think about the Golden Grace and the way the Golden Grace must smell, it's gotta smell something like fucking... It has to be something like Everclear, for sure. Maybe a couple rose petals, maybe some honeydew mixed in, but it's definitely something with Everclear in it. Use an armament in your left hand or both hands to guard against incoming attacks. Guarding is especially effective if you're a noob and you suck at rolling. Guarding consumes stamina. If your stamina runs out, you're basically fucked and you'll probably die. So try not to bite it to a hollow 2 seconds into the fucking game, because they're just wielding long swords. Wait until you get to all the bosses later that shoot blood flames and fucking death fire at you. You can avoid enemy attacks with the dodge roll or backstab. Both of these actions consume stamina. Cool. So Bandit Axe is not exactly my playstyle, because it's a little bit slower than what I typically like. So whenever I play a Souls game or anything FromSoft, I typically like to go light and mobile, like super nimble, is kind of how I like to play these games. I don't like to tank very much. I will sometimes in certain circumstances if I'm confident that I can kill by trading. Each hand can be equipped with up to 3 armaments, allowing you to toggle between them. Armaments can also be two-handed, making attacks more difficult to repel with shields, and boosting effective strength by 50%. So something that I pretty much entirely disregarded in this game when I played it the first time is that there is a inlaid posture mechanic. And the inlaid posture mechanic, if you do jump attacks on enemies, can basically fuck them up, like, insanely fast. Right in the ankle. Get it, dude? Shouldn't have dressed like an Amish peasant. It's kind of your fault. Maybe they were onto something with those fucking years of no technology and no contact to the outside world and, like, tons of cloth and ribbons and shit. Ouch. You, sir, are a dick. I was gonna say, if he shoots me point blank, we're gonna have words. Bam. Right in your Monty Python outfit. Get it, dude. What a loser. I bet he died to the tutorial boss. Armaments have special abilities called skills. Skills are highly varied and range from powerful attacks to temporary effects. Using skills consumes FP. I mean, I haven't even made it to the fucking boss yet. I haven't even made it to the tutorial. What if I die before I reach it? That'd be embarrassing. Crouch to make it harder for enemies to discover you, especially effective in tall grass. Attacking an enemy that hasn't noticed you will cause more damage than usual. I didn't know that, actually. I knew about the stealth. I didn't know it caused more damage if you hit an enemy. Like, I didn't know there was a boon to it other than being undetected. That's kind of interesting. Is there more than one dude, or is it just this one dude? Just the one dude. Okay. Stance breaking. Some attacks may break an enemy's stance, giving you a chance to perform a critical hit. Charge attacks and jump attacks make it particularly easy to break an enemy's stance. Hold R2, charge attack. R2 while jumping, jump attack. See, part of me feels like they ripped this from Bloodborne. Because Bloodborne also had an incorporation of charge attack elements, but I feel like they repurposed it from just being a mere backstab to a more generalized gameplay mechanic. Stakes of Marika. Upon dying, you will be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. However, if there is a stake of Marika near where you died, you can choose to be revived there instead. Or if you hold a grudge against the thing that killed you. Traverse the mist. So I have two options here. I could try to parry this noob, or I could just roll and backstab the fuck out of him. You can perform a counterattack immediately after blocking. Guard counters make it easy to break an enemy's stance. This is another mechanic that they introduced in this game that I never tried. Ow. God damn, the recovery in this game takes for fucking ever. I did not expect it to take that long. That's why I was saying Bandit Axe is not really my go-to weapon. Like, the swing, the recovery from the swing is, like, really insane. Like, that's kind of out of my comfort zone for playstyle, but that's okay. I got hit by the tutorial boss. It's time to restart run. We already failed. It's fine. We also got shot by an arrow earlier. Cool. Okay, that wasn't that bad. But that's the thing that gives people a false sense of security. When this door opens, like when you go through the animation of opening the door, that's when shit gets real. That's when Elden Ring becomes Elden Ring, and people realize they're not in fucking Baby Cage City anymore. You don't get to play with colored blocks with different letters on them. You don't get to play with those little fucking metal wire marble puzzles anymore. No. It's all big kid shit from here on out. Especially there, if you go there early. Because then you gotta fight the fucking stupid rotted fucking whatever the hell it is, and it's bullshit because their hitboxes are fucking retarded. Cooperative multiplayer. Use Tarnished Furled Finger to write a gold summon sign. Cooperative multiplayer will begin once you have been summoned by a player from another world. You will take the role of an ally, Furled Finger, and your objective is to defeat the area boss. The compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of the summoner. Okay. Which we're not going to be worrying about, because I'm not playing online, because this is the unpatched version. So I've heard a couple things. I've heard that Bleed is completely absurdly broken in the unpatched version. And I normally play Dex characters. That isn't to say that I'm going to try to fucking steamroll everything using Bleed. It's just I'm not going to forsake my playstyle because something happens to be overpowered or misbalanced or misgauged. But I'm going to try not to rely super heavily on it, and I'm hoping to try a variance of weapons throughout this playthrough. Because I think kind of what my problem was when I played Elden Ring the first time is I didn't vary my weapons enough. I don't think. Like, I think I got too adjusted to using one weapon type and just called it good. But I know the game has a lot more to offer than that, so I'm hoping I can dynamically explore the weapons this time around. So I know there's a big fuck-off dragon that comes somewhere down there. I just don't remember what its name is, but I remember it's a complete piece of shit. I also remember that golden gilded asshole giving me a fucking walloping when I first played. So, DSP, credit to the man, fought this guy for like a good 2 hours. And to his credit, he beat him, so good on him. I'm not gonna do that, though, because I'm not fucking stupid. And I don't have some sort of stigmata that I have to prove to people to say I'm good at a video game. In each area, you might find effigies of martyrs. These effigies are summoning pools. You'll find it easy to summon other players at these locations, as co-op and hostile summoning signs created with small effigies gather at summoning pools. So, basically, the thing is DSP was really enjoying the game, and everybody's like, oh, this guy's kicking your ass. He's killed you like 80 times. Why don't you just go see more of the game? And he's like, no, I'm having fun trying to kill the boss. Can you guys relax? Whatever. And then right after he beat the Tree Sentinel, that's when the playthrough went downhill, and he totally fucking reduced himself back to his typical bullshit. Hilarious. Use your map to check your current position, as well as the terrain and surrounding structures. You can update your map with new information by finding map fragments as steals along the road. You can also use the map to freely place beacons of light to serve as landmarks as you explore.
Oh, yes.
I think this guy's name starts with a V, but I can't remember.
The lands between for the Elden Ring.
He kind of looks like one of those guys that sits and watches plays. Or like opera. I don't know.
Unfortunately for you, however,
He's kind of hoping that the lead singer will like come over and brush his hand a little bit, and then he won't wash it for like 6 months.
and without an invitation to the round table
He's kind of a weirdo.
you are fated
Although all the Souls NPCs are weirdos, aren't they?
to die in
He's wearing a nun's habit. Like, did he kill a nun to get it? Probably, right? Can I talk to him again?
Luckily for you, however, there is one.
See, this is something I wish they would just do. I wish you didn't have to trigger another line of expositional dialogue with the NPCs. I wish they would just say their whole bar.
Take care to listen.
Vara, that's his
Are you
name.
familiar with grace? The gold
No, I have, like, practically none of it. Like, next to nothing.
you tarnish. You may
Also, I hope the audio is okay, so tell me if you guys can hear it okay. Tell me if I need to adjust it a bit. I would appreciate it greatly.
at time.
I would hate to play through the whole game and fucking realize that I've been 3 times louder than the game the whole way through.
A path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
Yeah, could you not be cryptic and foreboding, please? No, never mind. He's a Souls NPC. So this is something that FromSoft does that I actually fucking hate. So usually, if you kill the NPCs, they drop you something really good. Like, they drop you a good spell, or a good wand, or a good staff, or a good shield, or a good weapon, or a good item. But it's like, you need this guy later to be able to fight one of the bosses that I really want to fight this playthrough, because he's fucking badass. And he's one of my favorite fights in the game. But he kicked my ass insanely bad. Like, really, really bad. Because he has a whole bunch of delayed moves. And I suck at delayed moves. Guidance of Grace. Grace exists to guide the Tarnished and lead them along the proper path. Even now, some sites of grace retain that power. Their golden rays will guide you along your way. So, while I can't deliver you guys the truly blind Elden Ring experience, what I do hope to be able to do is play through the game naturally. So, I have a rough idea of what level I should be for the different areas, but I don't remember how to navigate shit. So if I end up coming to a region where I'm over-leveled or under-leveled, whatever, I don't really give a fuck. It's not really that big of a deal. I don't really care. I don't feel like it kills the game or the balance or anything like that. I can give you guys a list of the bosses that fucking wrecked me on my first playthrough. Moog fucked me up a wall. Moog fucked me up insanely bad. Like, real bad. Like, Moog fucking kicked my ass. The guy in the poison tower with the barbed sword, I forgot what his name is, but that dude was something fucking else. Melania kicked my ass for quite a fucking bit because of that one fucking stupid attack they programmed her with, but that's literally the only thing she was ever able to kill me with. Horaloo fucked me up a wall for a while. Fast travel to Sites of Grace. Through your map, you can instantly travel to any Sites of Grace that you've discovered. However, there are some dungeons and other areas where this cannot be done. So this guy's a merchant, if I remember correctly. Even though he looks like one of Santa's workers, he looks like one of Santa's elves. At a smithing table, you can spend runes and smithing stones to strengthen your armaments. Somewhere in the lands between, you may meet a blacksmith who can make your armaments even stronger. Smithing stone, cool. So this is another problem that I have with Elden Ring. Cool as it is and as open as the game is, they don't give you enough smithing materials for you to try a smorgasbord of weapons. So finding the different bell bearings they give you access to be able to buy the different smithing materials from merchants, you can want to invest in a weapon, but you just have no ability to do so. And I kind of hate that. And I know that they tried to do it on a progressive curve so you don't overlevel the fuck out of your weapon and just steamroll everything, so I can kind of appreciate that in certain respects, but...
I am Carly, purveyor of fine goods.
Fine goods that are probably far too expensive. In this economy? With the shop menu, you can spend runes to purchase various items. You can also sell items for runes. Each merchant stocks a different variety of items for purchase. Sorry, I went a little bit dyslexic there. Too many words. So we could get the telescope, we could get a cracked pot, we could get a crafting kit. Yes, let's get the crafting kit. So this is something I also never did in Elden Ring. I never crafted any fucking items at all. So I don't know how integral of a mechanic that it is. Note imparting knowledge and brief. Okay. Let's get one of those. Because I'm pretty sure that tells you about items that you can collect that support you. If you have a crafting kit, you can make various items from materials that you find. Select item crafting from the main menu to make items. You can also learn to craft more items by finding cookbooks. That's what the cookbooks are for. You will need cracked pots or other containers to craft certain items. You will not be able to make more of those items than you have containers. Container items will run out with use, but the containers themselves remain. I'm gonna forget like all that shit in like 20 minutes. Less than 20 minutes. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's use our golden seed to up our gourd real quick. Gourd. I say that like this is Sekiro. It's not Sekiro. It's basically Sekiro. The game has bosses, the game has a health bar, the game has parries, and it has enemies with swords. It's basically fucking Sekiro. I also believe there's lightning in this game. So again, it is kind of Sekiro. But it's not. But it is. But it's not. Hello, sir. Sorry, my animation's a little bit quicker than yours, dude. I have a little bit less of a commitment. So I'm trying to remember what other bosses gave me a very violent reach around the first time, and I can't really think of any right now, but if any come to mind, I'll be sure to let you guys know. That way you can at least, like, in your head, I guess, replay like a movie reel of me getting my ass kicked and being super salty about how bad I am at this game. So I know the first boss that you fight, like the first intended boss, is like up that way through that gate. But I remember running up to him when I first started the game and he beat my ass. Oh, you shield bash, do they? Can't shield bash from behind though, can you, dick? Stupid idiot. So yeah, I know if you go up there and try and fight, I think his name is Morgot, or Morgit, or something like that. Maybe his name is Mortgage, I don't know. Ow. Where'd you come from? Damn. These guys are fucking sneaky for Monty Python nights. Maybe he used a silly walk to mask his sound. That makes sense. Okay, so he's stance broken when he goes back like that. Okay, so it takes more than one attack. But that was a jump R1, not a jump R2, so maybe a jump R2 will be enough to do it. So I have to get used to the different mechanics that they presented me in this game that I just ignored the first time I played it. So, whenever FromSoft releases a new game, I have a very bad habit of playing it exactly like a Souls game. I did the same thing with Sekiro when I first played Sekiro, and Sekiro got me fucked trying to do that. Like, if you just try to R1 targets to death, you're gonna have a very bad time in Sekiro. Or if you try to rely on dodge overly, it's kind of brutal. And I feel like a lot of people make that mistake when they play Sekiro for the first time. Flail, okay. Does flail inflict bleed? That's map, okay. Gotta get used to that. Too used to Stellar Blade. Okay, I can't use the flail yet. And it doesn't do bleed, okay. Oh, it does cause bleed, hold on. Yeah, right there, it says causes blood loss buildup, okay. Depending on how the flail attacks and what I have to upgrade for it, we might go flail instead of the bandit axe. It depends on how fast the flail swings. It's probably going to do less physical damage than the axe if I had to guess, but the bleed buildup will probably make up for it in terms of damage. And a lot of Elden Ring is going to be just this, just running around killing random bozos in armor. It's kind of how every FromSoft game is, almost. Oh, I should have killed that one. He has a horn to alert all the other boys. His milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Okay, his swing's not that good. This is bad. He was mileage from me right there. Okay, you look a little bit beefy, so I'm gonna be strategic when it comes to your stupid ass. I don't trust these other dudes to not tag in, because I know they're going to. They're gonna see him get his ass beat. Okay. Okay. This guy's a little tough. It's not really his attacks that I'm worried about, it's his movement. I definitely don't like his movement. Oh. He can counterattack me, huh? Okay. This dude is such a bastard. Such an actual bastard. Such a piece of shit. Didn't even have the courtesy to drop me something. What a prick. Unbelievable. It's fine. So question is I don't know if this village holds anything that I really give a shit about. If I sneak up on him, shit. There's a doggo. Of course there's a doggo. I gotta remember it's a From Software title. Of course there's a doggo. If anything, there's probably like 8 doggos. They're just hiding around the corner and I can't see them yet. Nice. Okay. Backstab his stupid ass. Nice. Even got the dog on the first frame. Cool. That's nice. There's another guy right around here, isn't there? Fuck. Really hoping that wouldn't have been the case. He's not too fast. I'm not really all that worried. I do have to take a pussy rest at the site of grace, though. I was really hoping to not have to do that, but I have to do that now. It's very fucking unfortunate. I was really hoping to be able to make it in there and get all the items and shit, but that's fine. That spear dude kicked my ass way too hard. I feel like I adapted pretty well to his moveset, too, although a lot of it was panic rolling. He wasn't even a boss. He was just a regular dude. He was a regular hombre. He was like a bouncer for the rest of those guys.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog.
She's gender-bent Ichabod Crane from fucking Sleepy Hollow. She's a cosplayer that got lost.
offer you an accord.
I do like her eye makeup though.